Yarok grieves within the waste of Balaged's corrupted land. Yarok's waters rush in rage where armies bled into the sand. Yarok's nightmares lurk and wait where dark despair is near at hand. Grief and rage and nightmares fade where hope and comfort make their stand. The Lament for Balaged. When the ancient Eldrazi Titans were freed from their Hedron prison, they immediately set themselves to work in consuming the plane of Zendikar. These massive titans spread out their individual lineages, armies of drones with effectively infinite reserves, over the plane, destroying nearly everything in their path. The spawn of Ulamog would skitter over the landscape, consuming the very energy of all things in their path. Ulamog reshaped all it came in contact with, draining the very essence away from all things, leaving a trail of chalky, coral-like husks wherever he passed. Kozilek, meanwhile, manipulated the very reality around him, distorting truth and lies alike. Kozilek's brood would transform all they came into contact with into jagged, bismuth-like crystals. And Emrakul, the largest of the Eldrazi, would leave Zendikar completely, making her way through the blind eternities for an, at the time, unknown location. The Eldrazi would ravage the world of Zendikar, nearly unchecked, while the natives would ally together and put up a strong resistance to the encroaching annihilation. Defeat after defeat would dwindle their hope down to little more than prayers. It wasn't until the formation of the Gatewatch, an alliance of Gideon Jorah, Jace, Chandra Nalaar, and Nissa Ravain, that Kozilek and Ulamog could be defeated once and for all. By using Zendikar's own powerful ley lines, the Eldrazi's true forms, usually laying beyond the world in the blind eternities, were captured and pulled completely into Zendikar, manifesting in their entirety. From there, Chandra's already potent pyromancy was enhanced to astronomical levels, and the true bodies of the Eldrazi Titans were incinerated, leaving only the scattered remnants of their brood surviving for the people of Zendikar to hunt down and destroy. And yet, while the defeat and destruction of Ulamog and Kozilek did bring about Zendikar's salvation, it did not undo the damage that the World Eaters wrought. The world of Zendikar is still recovering from the damage done by the Eldrazi, with many places being left completely uninhabitable, thousands or potentially millions dead, and many others reshaped entirely by the Titans. One such life may have been Yarok, an elemental discovered after the annihilation of Ulamog and Kozilek. On Zendikar, elementals are not just sentient beings composed of magical energy. Many are an extension of the Royal, the plane's natural defense against the Eldrazi. In this way, it's not unreasonable to think that the elementals of Zendikar, as sort of antibodies, formed from the world's very will to survive. Just one look at Yarok can tell you something very interesting. Unlike typical elementals of Zendikar, this one appears to be a husk, as if all life had been drained away from it. Perhaps Yarok was once a notable elemental on the continent of Balaged, but was twisted by the onslaught of the Eldrazi into what we see now, a nightmarish abomination that haunts the wastes. Maybe Yarok is an incarnation of the wastes themselves. Indeed, the elemental does bear a strong resemblance to the scars in the world left behind by Ulamog. With life and mana starting to flow back into these sections of the world, could the very scars left behind by the Eldrazi have been used as a seedbed for new defenses against such creatures? It's possible, even, that Yarok is an entirely new kind of elemental, with its form being made up of the very materials the Eldrazi are composed of. Their bodies, after all, are not necessarily made of plain-bound matter, and a new entity being born for them is not outside the realms of possibility. Whatever Yarok is, or whatever its origins, a return to Zendikar is on the horizon. Perhaps then, we'll find the answers to the nature of this new, mythic piece of Zendikar's world. Yarok, the Desecrated, is one of the 12 legendary creatures introduced in this year's core set, M20, and it is, in my opinion, the most interesting one from a lore perspective. Since only 4 cards total reference Yarok, I decided that with this video, I'd do some speculation instead of lore recital. I certainly hope you enjoyed, and if you'd like more speculation videos like this one, let me know in the comments section below. If you did enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like or subscribing, and I'll always be grateful if you share my videos with your friends. If you hit that little bell, you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded on my channel, and if you follow me on Twitter, you'll have an early idea of what my next video will be about. Thank you, and have a good day.